Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on the Humble Bundle RollerCoaster Tycoon Collection 2026 of January 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. But first, a word from our sponsor, JT After Dark. You've read the threads, you've seen the warnings, but you haven't heard them like this. I'm JT. I take the internet's most terrifying stories and give them a voice. From Reddit's deepest archives to the legends that haunt the web, I bring the horror to life. Join me on JT After Dark. Subscribe now and let's see what's hiding in the shadows. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1 we have RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 Complete Edition, a classic park management sim where you build, manage, and ride your dream coasters, and it still slaps even decades later. You get full control over your theme park empire, from financial decisions, the staff, rides, and the flow of guests. Whether you're chasing scenario goals or chilling in sandbox mode, the gameplay hits that sweet spot between strategy and creativity. The Coaster Cam lets you write your creations, and yeah, it's still a blast seeing what kind of stomach-turning madness you can build. The Complete Edition bundles in the soaked and wild expansions, so you're not just dropping coasters, you're also designing water parks and running zoos. It is a ridiculous amount of content with over 300 rides, 500 scenery pieces, and more than enough tools to make something uniquely yours. You can even customize guests and set up fireworks and laser shows like you're running the Super Bowl halftime show. Sure, it's a little janky in places and the UI shows its age, but it runs well on modern hardware, supports widescreen 1080p, and the vibes are pure nostalgia. And despite newer theme park sims on the market, you'll keep coming back to this one because of how much freedom it gives you. If you've ever played this as a kid, it's just as fun now, and if you haven't, you're in for a goofy, creative, and addictive time. Get ready to lose hours micromanaging puke paths and building the ride of doom. And number 2 we have RollerCoaster Tycoon Classic, a remastered management simulation that merges the finest elements of Chris Sawyer's original masterpieces into one comprehensive package. If you seek the ultimate nostalgia trip, you'll find 95 classic scenarios here, ranging from the serene forest frontiers to the bustling mega world park. You're tasked with designing outrageous coasters, managing staff, and fine-tuning park finances to keep guests happy and profits flowing. You appreciate the massive amount of content included, such as the wacky worlds and time twister expansions, alongside a powerful toolkit for editing scenarios and designing rides. The authentic isometric graphics and original sound effects remain charming, offering a golden age experience that feels simpler and more focused than modern alternatives. You can easily sink over 200 hours into perfecting your park layouts. However, your experience might face some hurdles. Some users find the modernized interface hideous compared to the original PC menus, and you may encounter occasional technical issues, such as crashes or games running at double speed without clear settings to fix them. Additionally, while the ride designer is robust, you cannot modify terrain within it, and there is no true sandbox mode for building unrestricted megaparks. Despite these minor frustrations and a steep learning curve of piece-by-piece construction, the core gameplay remains perfection. If you save often and embrace the limitations of this classic sim, you will discover why it remains the benchmark for the genre. It is a nostalgic banger that still holds up today. And number 3 we have RollerCoaster Tycoon World, a lackluster theme park simulator that struggles to escape the shadow of its predecessors or compete with modern alternatives. Tasked with transforming wilderness into a profitable park, you lay paths, place rides, and build coasters using a node-based system. While these basics function adequately, the overall experience is marked by shallow simulation and technical flaws. You might find the career mode surprisingly short, acting more as a 2-hour tutorial than a robust campaign. Bafflingly, you must complete these challenges to unlock rides for the standard sandbox mode, forcing a linear progression that feels at odds with the genre's inherent freedom. Visually, the game lacks verve, featuring gaudy colors and rudimentary animations. You'll notice unsightly character clipping and jarring transitions as park guests vanish into ride seats. Performance remains a significant hurdle. As you expand your park across multiple tiles, the game begins to stagger and lag, making large-scale construction nearly unplayable. Even worse, the simulation offers zero challenge. You can make thousands of dollars while your PC is idle and your park is in shambles, rendering your management decisions essentially meaningless. Derivative and cynical, the game even attempts to mimic competitors by introducing superficial influencer mechanic. RollerCoaster Tycoon World feels like a hollow shell of a once great franchise. It provides the bare minimum of functionality while suffering from lingering bugs and a staggering lack of depth. Unless you're desperate for a mediocre building experience, you should look elsewhere for theme park thrills. And number 4 we have RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 Triple Thrill Pack. The definitive isometric theme park management experience, bundling the classic sequel with its wacky worlds and time twister expansions. If you enjoyed the first game, you'll find this version familiar yet significantly expanded. Right off the bat, the most noticeable change is the sheer scale. You have much larger parks to house your fiendish death coasters. Minor quality of life additions enhance the simulation. Patrons now take photos of attractions, seek out first aid stations when ill, and utilize ATMs when your cash runs dry. Management remains deep and rewarding. You hire and assign patrols for handymen, mechanics, and security, using checkboxes to dictate specific tasks like mowing lawns or watering gardens. The heart of the game is the coaster design, where you select a track type and manually build drops, loops, and spirals. You must balance excitement, intensity, and nausea ratings to satisfy diverse guest preferences. For those who find managing a full park distracting, the standalone roller coaster designer allows you to craft and save designs without financial constraints. With 58 scenarios unlocked from the start, ranging from medieval castles to the moon, you face a ramped up difficulty level compared to the original. Whether you are recreating real-world Six Flags locations or building custom power launch traps, the game offers hundreds of hours of gameplay. For a dirt cheap price in this bundle, this pack is a relaxing, timeless time sink that accommodates both meticulous management fans and creative coaster buffs alike. At number 5 we have RollerCoaster Tycoon Deluxe, a classic isometric theme park management game where you create, expand, and control your own amusement empire. Starting with modest goals, you'll quickly find yourself immersed in crafting elaborate roller coasters, adjusting ride prices, hiring staff, and keeping guests happy, or intentionally miserable. With over 70 unique park scenarios on hundreds of rides and decorations, you're given complete creative freedom, whether you want to run a safe family-friendly park or launch thrill seekers into oblivion. You design each ride from scratch, or choose pre-built coasters, all with realistic physics and detailed stats like excitement, intensity, and nausea. Your guests have thoughts and needs. Ignoring them means lost profits or vomit-covered paths. You need to balance fun and function, placing benches near nauseating rides, building bathrooms, and even hiring entertainers to distract guests in long lines. And yes, you can drown them if you're feeling particularly evil. RollerCoaster Tycoon Deluxe includes both expansions, Corkscrew Follies and Loopy Landscapes, which introduce new rides, scenarios, and themes like Ice World and Martian landscapes. The charm of this game lies not just in designing coasters, but in the micromanagement, tweaking prices, researching new rides, and marketing your park to keep attendance booming. Despite its age, the game holds up surprisingly well with pixel-perfect visuals and addictive gameplay. While some clunkiness remains without OpenRCT2 enhancements, you'll still lose hours chasing the perfect park. Whether you're a returning fan or a newcomer, this game remains a timeless, endlessly replayable gem. And that's all for this bundle. This RollerCoaster Tycoon collection is an absolute must-grab if you're a Tycoon nut. For just $15, you're getting the legendary isometric vibes of RCT Classic and the Triple Thrill Pack, which are basically the GOATs of the genre. It is wild value considering how many hundreds of hours of park building are tucked in here. Even with the World reboot being a bit of a mid-tier entry, the classic bangers make this bundle a total win. Cop it now! In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.